What if I told you that while you're sleeping tonight, some people are making hundreds, even thousands of dollars? No, this isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. This is about building real assets that generate passive income 24/7. By the end of this video, you'll discover 5 proven assets that can make money while you sleep, how they actually work, and most importantly, how you can start building them today. Let's dive in. Here's the harsh truth about trading time for money. There are only 24 hours in a day. Even if you're earning a 6-figure salary, you're still limited by time. But what if you could break free from this constraint? That's where passive income comes in. Passive income isn't about doing nothing. It's about doing the work once and getting paid repeatedly. Think of it like planting a tree. You put in the effort up front to plant and nurture it, but once it's established, it produces fruit year after year with minimal maintenance. The wealthy understand this principle deeply. According to research, millionaires have an average of 7 income streams. Most of these are passive or semi-passive. They've built systems and assets that work for them around the clock. Today, we're breaking down 5 assets that can realistically generate passive income for you. Some require more money up front, others require more time and effort initially, but all of them have the potential to create real wealth over time. Let's start with number 1. Asset number 1, dividend-paying stocks. This is one of the most accessible ways to start earning passive income, and you can begin with as little as a few $100s. Here's how it works. When you buy shares in a dividend-paying company, you become a partial owner of that business. Many established companies share a portion of their profits with shareholders in the form of dividends, typically paid quarterly. Let's look at a real example. The Coca-Cola company has paid dividends for over 100 years. If you owned 1,000 shares of Coca-Cola at today's prices, you could receive around $1,800 per year in dividends, paid directly to your brokerage account every 3 months. And here's the beautiful part. You don't have to do anything except hold the shares. But it gets even better with something called dividend reinvestment. Instead of taking the cash, you can automatically reinvest those dividends to buy more shares, which then generate more dividends, creating a snowball effect. Over decades, this compound growth can turn a modest investment into substantial wealth. Look for dividend aristocrats, companies that have increased their dividends for at least 25 consecutive years. These include household names like Johnson & Johnson, Procter Gamble, and 3M. These companies have weathered recessions, market crashes, and economic uncertainty while continuing to reward their shareholders. The key is diversification. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Consider dividend-focused ETFs, like the Vanguard Dividend Appreciation ETF, which gives you instant diversification across dozens of dividend-paying companies. The downside? You need capital to generate meaningful income. To make $3,000 per month in dividends with a 4% yield, you'd need roughly $900,000 invested. But remember, you don't start there. You start small and let time and compound interest do the heavy lifting. Asset number 2, rental real estate. This has been a wealth-building tool for centuries, and for good reason. Real estate offers multiple ways to make money simultaneously. First, you have monthly rental income. Your tenants pay rent, which covers your mortgage, expenses, and hopefully leaves you with positive cash flow. Second, you benefit from appreciation as the property value increases over time. Third, you get significant tax advantages through depreciation and deductions. And fourth, your tenants are essentially paying down your mortgage, building your equity. Let's run the numbers on a realistic example. Say you buy a $300,000 single-family home in a growing area. You put down 20%, which is $60,000, and rent it out for $2,200 per month. After your mortgage payment, insurance, property tax, maintenance, and property management fees, you might clear $400 per month in cash flow. That's $4,800 per year, which is an 8% cash-on-cash return on your $60,000 investment. But wait, there's more. If that property appreciates just 3% annually, in 10 years, it's worth over $400,000. Your tenants will have paid down roughly $40,000 of your mortgage principal. Combined with your cash flow, you've turned $60,000 into potentially $200,000 or more in total returns. There are multiple strategies to consider. House hacking, where you live in one unit and rent out others, can dramatically reduce or eliminate your housing costs. Short-term rentals through platforms like Airbnb can generate higher income, but require more management. Multifamily properties offer better economies of scale. Don't have enough capital for a down payment? Consider REITs, real estate investment trusts. These are companies that own income-producing real estate. You can buy REIT shares just like stocks, and they're required by law to pay out 90% of their taxable income as dividends. You get exposure to real estate without the hassles of being a landlord. The challenges? Real estate requires significant upfront capital, ongoing maintenance, and dealing with tenants can be time-consuming. You'll need to handle repairs, vacancies, and occasionally difficult situations. However, hiring a property manager can handle day-to-day operations for typically 8 to 10% of monthly rent, making it much more passive. Real estate isn't truly passive, but it's one of the most reliable wealth-building tools available when done correctly. Asset number 3. Digital products and online courses. This is the ultimate scalable passive income asset, and it requires the least upfront capital. In fact, you can start with almost nothing except your knowledge and time. Here's what makes digital products so powerful. You create them once, and they can be sold infinitely without any additional production costs. There's no inventory, no shipping, and no physical overhead. Every sale after you break even is nearly pure profit. The possibilities are endless. You could create an ebook teaching people how to master Excel for business, a meal prep course for busy professionals, Lightroom presets for photographers, budget spreadsheet templates, Notion templates for productivity, printable planners. The list goes on. The barrier to entry has never been lower. Platforms like Udemy, Teachable, Gumroad, and even Etsy make it easy to host and sell your digital products. You handle the creation, and they handle the payment processing and delivery. Let's look at realistic numbers. Say you create an online course teaching social media marketing for small businesses. You price it at $97. You spend 2 months creating comprehensive video lessons, worksheets, and resources. Once it's launched, you market it through free content on YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok. In the first month, you make 10 sales. That's $970. As your free content gains traction and you collect testimonials, sales increase. Within 6 months, you're consistently making 30 sales per month. That's $2,910 in monthly passive income from something you created once. The beauty is scalability. Once you validate one product, you can create others. Successful course creators often have multiple products at different price points, creating a complete ecosystem. A free lead magnet brings people in, a $27 mini course gets them started, a $197 comprehensive course provides deep value, and a $997 coaching program serves those who want personalized help. The work is upfront and ongoing in marketing. You need to create valuable content consistently to drive traffic to your products. The initial creation takes significant time and effort, but once created, a digital product can sell for years with minimal updates. People are making life-changing income with digital products. Teachers selling lesson plans, designers selling templates, fitness experts selling workout programs. The key is identifying a problem you can solve and creating a product that delivers real value. This asset requires the least money to start, but the most strategic thinking and persistence. However, the potential return on investment is astronomical. Asset number 4. High-yield savings accounts and bonds. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds boring compared to the others, right? But hear me out, because this is the foundation of any solid passive income strategy. High-yield savings accounts and bonds won't make you rich quickly, but they provide stability, liquidity, and guaranteed returns. In today's interest rate environment, high-yield savings accounts are paying between 4 and 5% annually. That's significantly better than the 0.01% traditional banks offer. Let's do the math. If you park $50,000 in a high-yield savings account earning 4.5%, you'll make $2,250 per year in interest, paid monthly. That's about $187 per month for doing absolutely nothing. Your money sits there, completely safe, insured by the FDIC up to $250,000, and grows automatically. Bonds take this concept further. When you buy a bond, you're essentially lending money to a government or corporation, and they pay you interest for the privilege. Treasury bonds are backed by the full faith of the US government, making them one of the safest investments available. I-bonds, or inflation-protected savings bonds, adjust their rates based on inflation, protecting your purchasing power. You can buy up to $10,000 per year directly from treasurydirect.gov. During high inflation periods, these have paid over 9% interest. Corporate bonds and municipal bonds offer higher yields but come with slightly more risk. A strategy called bond laddering, where you buy bonds with different maturity dates, can provide regular income while maintaining flexibility. Here's how this fits into your passive income strategy. Think of high-yield savings and bonds as your foundation and emergency fund. They provide stability in your portfolio and guarantee a return while you build riskier but higher reward assets. Financial experts recommend keeping 3 to 6 months of expenses in easily accessible savings. Yes, the returns are lower than stocks or real estate, but the risk is also dramatically lower. You won't lose sleep over market volatility, and you can access your money quickly if needed. This peace of mind is valuable and allows you to take calculated risks with other assets. For retirees or those seeking stable income, bonds become even more important. A portfolio heavily weighted in bonds can generate reliable monthly income without the stress of market swings. Asset number 5. Peer-to-peer lending and crowdfunding investments. This is where technology has democratized investing, allowing everyday people to act like banks and venture capitalists. Peer-to-peer lending platforms connect borrowers directly with investors. Instead of going through a traditional bank, someone looking for a personal loan can get funding from multiple individual investors. You can invest as little as $25 per loan and earn interest as borrowers make their monthly payments. Platforms like Lending Club, Prosper, and Funding Circle facilitate this process. You choose which loans to fund based on the borrower's credit profile and the interest rate offered. Higher-risk borrowers pay higher interest rates, typically ranging from 5% to 35% annually. The key to P2P lending is extreme diversification. Don't put all your money into 1 or 2 loans. Spread it across 50, 100, or even 200 different loans. This way, if a few borrowers default, your overall returns remain stable. Experienced P2P investors report average annual returns between 5% and 8% after accounting for defaults. Real estate crowdfunding takes this concept further. Platforms like Fundrise, Realty Mogul, and CrowdStreet allow you to invest in commercial real estate projects with as little as $500. You earn returns from rental income and property appreciation without the hassles of being a landlord. These platforms pool money from many investors to fund apartment buildings, office complexes, or development projects. You receive quarterly dividends and benefit from property appreciation. Historical returns have ranged from 8% to 12% annually, though past performance doesn't guarantee future results. There's also equity crowdfunding, where you can invest small amounts in early-stage startups. Platforms like Republic and Start Engine allow non-accredited investors to buy equity in companies, something that was previously reserved for wealthy individuals and venture capitalists. This is high-risk, high-reward investing. Most startups fail, but the winners can generate exponential returns. The risks, P2P lending and crowdfunding, are less liquid than stocks. Your money is typically locked up for the duration of the loan or investment period, which can be several years. There's also default risk with P2P lending and project risk with real estate crowdfunding. These aren't FDIC insured, so you could lose your principal. That said, as part of a diversified portfolio, P2P lending and crowdfunding can provide attractive returns with relatively passive management. Once you've set up your investment criteria and automated your strategy, these platforms do most of the work for you. So there you have it, 5 assets that can genuinely make money while you sleep. But here's what most people miss. You don't have to choose just one. The wealthy build multiple streams of passive income, creating a portfolio that balances risk and reward. Start where you are with what you have. If you have limited capital but plenty of knowledge, begin with digital products. If you have some savings, start building a dividend portfolio. As you accumulate wealth, add real estate. Layer in bonds for stability and explore P2P lending for diversification. Remember, passive income isn't truly passive at first. You'll put in significant work up front, researching, learning, creating, and building. But that's the investment. Once your systems are in place, the income flows with minimal ongoing effort. The magic happens when these assets start compounding. Dividend income can buy more dividend stocks. Rental income can fund down payments on additional properties. Digital product sales can be reinvested into marketing or creating new products. This is how you build real wealth and achieve financial freedom. Not through a lottery ticket or a viral video, but through strategic, consistent investing in assets that work for you around the clock. The question isn't whether you can build passive income. The question is, when will you start? If you found this valuable, hit that like button and subscribe for more wealth-building content. Drop a comment below telling me which asset you're going to focus on first. And remember, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. Now go out there and start building your passive income empire.